Hey guys, this is Marshall Kirby from Orchard Hill Farm Equipment, and we finally got a new video for you. Today we're going to be featuring the PX series that Kioti offers, which includes the PX9530, the PX1053, and the PX1153. These are all power shuttle cab tractors, only offered in a four-wheel drive model with a full factory glass cab. They do not make this series in an open station currently. We're going to go over what the features are on this tractor and some of the do's and don'ts and what you can expect when you purchase a machine like this. This machine is built to the nine. It's got every possible feature known to man, and we're just going to show you how decked out this machine is. And yeah, let's get to it. So we'll start from the top to the bottom. So starting off on the front, this tractor comes standard on it when you purchase the loader. The loader is an option. You don't have to purchase it with a loader. 9 out of 10 customers obviously are going to purchase it with a loader. This machine is equipped with a 92-inch skid steer quick attach front bucket with an optional cutting edge. You can add that bolt-on cutting edge, very nice option there. Skid steer quick attach, again, like all the other Kiotis on the market are, skid steer quick attach with a nice guide to guide you right into that plating system there. Again, like every other Kioti, you're going to have pins that are recessed in for a grease fitting. Great feature. We love that. They do that on all their models. This loader is a quick park loader, a quick release. Has kickstands. You'll pull the pin on here, drop the leg down on both sides, and then you're just going to pull this pin here on each side and disconnect your hydraulic couplers on the other side. They are color-coded quick disconnect hydraulic couplers. This KL1153 loader is an animal. We're going to go over some of the specs that they show you here in the spec sheet today. So this loader to full height at the pivot pin, that's going to be this bottom pin here, is 143.3 inches fully height. If you have the bucket on, clearance with bucket level, you're going to be 137 inches. So this loader can lift very, very high. As far as lifting capabilities, your lift capacity at full height, all the way raised in the air at the pivot pins to the back side of the bucket, is almost 4,200 pounds, 4,190. And your breakout force on this loader is 8,300 pounds. And breakout force at the ground line, all the way to the front tip of the bucket, is 6,175 pounds. All right, this loader rated flow system is 19.3 gallons a minute off the front is what you're getting into that loader. And this loader weighs about 2,200 pounds. It's nothing to joke about, not something that you can push around with, one guy. The bucket capacity is 25.8 cubic feet when this is fully filled and heaped over. And yeah, this loader is nothing to joke about. Definitely something where you could pick a pallet or 2 pallets of pellets at one time. It is an animal. The engine inside this tractor and the powertrain, we'll move to that next. We'll go over that. We're going to pop the hood just so we can see how serious this engine is and what comes standard under the hood. All right, so starting off in the front, you're going to have an awesome air filter right there, easy access. This tractor is intercooled. You're going to have an interstate battery, a battery turn-off switch to shut off the power to the whole main tractor, some main fuses up top there. We'll come over here to the side. You're going to have a turbo on the side here. You are going to have basically some of your belts and whatnot on this side, your EGR system, and a few other things right here. Nothing too crazy on this side that you're going to be touching a whole lot. Mostly the servicing items are going to be on the opposite side, so we'll come around there to the other side here. So this is where most of the stuff that's going to get touched from day to day is going to be. You're going to have an alternator here, engine oil filter, engine oil fill, engine oil dipstick right here. And then, yeah, you're going to have basically your air AC compressor here. Not a whole lot else. Hydraulic pump back there and whatnot. Your starters down there tucked away and whatnot. On the other side, I think we actually missed out on the fuel filter. I didn't catch that part, but that'll be on the other side, opposite side of the tractor. And then your DPF filters up top there. Your radiator, which has screens on everything. So there's a pull tab. You can loosen this and jam nut and pull out the screen, as well as the AC unit screen right there. Everything's screened off because, again, when you're running this thing, everything's going to suck right in there. You want to keep that clean. The front axle has a crazy good amount of ground clearance with grease zerks on each side of the pivot, which is awesome. Definitely a tall front end, very high, doesn't sit very low. Hydraulic power steering up front, which is an awesome, great thing. Nice and tucked away with some plated brackets to cover it and protect it. As far as engine, the engine goes in this machine, it is a Doosan engine. It's a 4-cylinder inline vertical water-cooled engine, turbocharged. This engine is gonna push out 93 horsepower. Now we're talking the 9530 here. That's what we're showing today. So 93 horsepower at the engine. PTO is right under 80. It's 79.1 PTO horsepower. The 1053 is 103 engine horsepower, 86.6 at the PTO, and the 1153 model is 110 engine horsepower and 92.2 at the PTO. So that's pretty slick. Definitely plenty of horsepower on these machines. Get all your round baling or whatever you guys are doing with the PTO. This tractor is pretty much going to take care of all of it. This tractor does come standard with a bucket level indicator right here, and some of the hydraulic lines are, covered up with a little steel braiding. Grill guard standard with the loader. As far as the tires go, ag is what we're going to picture today. These are agricultural tires, and they are invertible fronts and rear rims, so you can change the stance, the width, if you want to go narrower or wider. Double steps to get in on either side of the cab, as well as opening doors on both sides. So two steps to get inside your cab. Nice big toolbox, well protected underneath. They did a good job with that. I definitely like that feature. Not that, we need a toolbox, but it's handy to have. There is a decent amount of room in the cab for other accessories and things there. This loader frame does come from here all the way to the back axle and all the way up to the front axle. So there's some severe amount of plating and coverage there to take all the stress of the loader lifting capabilities. The rear tires, you can load them to add extra weight to this tractor. The rear tires do come with cast centers, so that adds a good amount of weight to the tractor. That's a standard feature. That's not an upgrade option. That comes whether you like it or not. We're going to go around to the back end of the tractor now and go over some of those features, because that is definitely an important aspect of this machine. So the back rear end, let's talk about that on this side of this machine here. So we have a hydraulic fill and dipstick right there. Pretty easy access. This tractor comes standard at the rear PTO with a 540 and a 1000 RPM PTO, which is awesome. So you got both. Two sets of rear SCVs or hydraulic rear remotes standard. A 3-point hitch lift and lower mechanism, hydraulic lift on this lever. When the tractor is started, this will lift these 3-point hitch arms and make it easier for you guys to hook up your attachments. The 3-point hitch is deluxe as it comes, extendable on the 3-point hitch, so you can extend, make it easier to hook up your attachment. You're also going to have extendable arms on the side with a pull pin, very easy to adjust those in and out. That's going to control your width. And you're also going to have a full-size farm-style drawbar, Clevis style, very big with some adjustments on it. That is a nice setup there as well. On the PTO for hooking up attachments, this folds out of the way, so you're not crashing your knuckles or fingers on it when you're hooking up all your different attachments. And this tractor is Category 2 on the 3-point hitch pins. Pretty important. A tractor this size usually is Category 2 or Category 3. This machine happens to be Category 2. There is adjustment as well for these side links here to adjust in and out to get a different setup. And also top link has some adjustments. It looks like 3 different hole adjustments there. And there is an option to add an additional rear remote to the back. I believe you can add a third set, so make it triple set of remotes back here. Rear wiper and front wiper standard, front and rear lights. The cab has 3 mirrors, 1 on each side, fully adjustable in and out, and all 360 degrees of this tractor can pretty much be seen on those mirrors, as well as a mirror that's directly, I call it a rear view mirror like a car, directly inside the cab there. This rear end is massive. It has external lift cylinders, which is pretty standard. You'll find on a lot of tractors in this type of class, and That's always something nice, so you can service that outside of the rear end. No need to split the tractor or take apart the axle to get in there for 3-point hitch lifting. So that is pretty slick. And we're going to go inside the cab, show you some of the features in there next. Let's talk about fuel tanks before we go inside, since they're right here. So the fuel tank capacity is 34.3 gallons, pretty up there. Good amount of fuel that this tractor can take, so you can, you know, work out there at full RPMs all day long without having to refill it up. Rubber deck mat, that's pretty standard on any, you know, tractor of this nature. We're going to come inside the cab. It is going to be a pretty deluxe cab, so I don't want to confuse you guys with all these options, but we're going to go over everything. So let's start over here, and we're going to kind of work our way around. So for starters, you have a low, medium, and a high range in the transmission with a creeper gear. Now that is going to split up. We're going to talk about this next. Your shifter over here, which is a 1, 2, 3, and a 4. You have a 4-speed stick, all right, with a low, high selector in each of those gears, all right? And then you're going to have a forward and a reverse. What that creates is, with all those different split ups in the transmission, you get a total for 32 forward gears, 32 reverse. This is a 32 by 32, and this is a power shuttle transmission, so no clutching is needed to go forward and reverse. As well as shifting, there is a detent button right here, so you can pop it in neutral as you're shifting into the faster gear on this selector. Over here, we have our PTO. So this is switching from neutral to a 540 RPM PTO or 1000. So you have the selector lever here. Along with that PTO, engaging and disengaging your PTO is done with this push button right here. All right. Coming over to the dash, what we have here, along with the PTO, it is tucked away, hard to see. I don't know if you guys will get a view on it, but there's auto, neutral, and manual PTO. What that means is, if you put it in auto, if you're running a rototiller, every time you lift your rototiller up in the back, it will turn off your rototiller, and every time you drop it back down into the dirt, it will automatically turn on your PTO for you. If you put it in manual, that is going to be where you are in control and you're physically turning it on and off when you please with this button here. There is an override clutch pedal right here to do that. That will override everything. So if you have everything in gear, push this forward to go forward, and that is still depressed, you won't move. But keep in mind, this is a power shuttle, so you cannot use that. And this is going to be, if this is a neutral, that's going to put you not moving. It's going to stop you from, you know, having power to the wheels. Very, very nice seat. Let's talk about the seat for a minute. This seat has fully adjustable armrests, which can go up and down and slant. This seat can recline backwards. This seat, so here, let's see if I can get it to recline. There you go. That's your recline there. This seat, as you're going to notice, is fully hydraulic cushioned, but not just your normal hydraulic cushion. This has an air compressor to bring you up. As you'll see, it's lifting me up. This is going to make for a full air ride seat. One of the most comfortable seats that you could possibly get in a tractor. This is it. And again, you can let out that pressure there. The seat will also come forward and reverse with your levers over here, so you got tons of adjustment there, forward and reverse. You also have a tilt steering wheel to make it for a very comfortable ride inside this tractor. I do have to say that. It's really well designed. Splittable brakes on your right side, along with a foot throttle over here on the floor, and all your headlights and blinkers and all that jazz are right here, along with your 4-way directionals down here on a button. Over here is your loader stick, loader control right here, which is pretty comfortable, I gotta say. It's a, very, very comfortable right there, right by your hip and side. Your 3-point hitch lift is stuck over here with your draft control with adjustments for locks for height. This is going to be your RPMs, all right? Throttle, basically engine RPMs. Along with this, the foot throttle on the floor is also going to take over that. Over here, we have your rear remotes. This controls the rear valves on the back. Over here, we got push button 4-wheel drive. There is incline and decline on the clutch and hydraulic, or the hydraulic pressures on the forward and reverse in the transmission. There is cruise PTO control. There is the window wipers, the top of the cab lights, your regen button, your rear defroster, eco mode. There is tons of different features inside this tractor. I don't want to confuse you with them all, but I just want to point out how many there really is. This tractor does come standard with a radio, great feature, and it does have an aux port and a USB port on it, which is great. heat and AC control. The top of the roof does open up, which is awesome. Cab lights, heat, AC, the whole 9 yards. This tractor is deluxe. That pretty much does it inside the cab. You do have a rear view mirror back here, retractable seat belt. You also can open and close these windows. I find that to be one of the best features on these cabs, is you can open up the rear windows to gather a little bit of fresh air when you're out in the hayfield. No matter if your AC is on or not, you are basically sitting inside a glass container in the middle of a 95-degree field, and it gets hot in here, whether you got the AC on or not. So grabbing some fresh air can be definitely a nice feature. And then a big, open spot here to lay your cup, your phone, whatever, a book or two on different things, tools, whatever you need, that can go there. So that pretty much does it on all the features this tractor has. But the only thing I think I forgot down here is your diff lock, which is pretty standard, and your e-brake, pretty standard there. And then this other little knob between my legs here is your flow control. That little guy right there is your flow control for your 3-point hitch arms, how fast or slow they go up and down. We're going to fire this tractor up now and just give you a little kind of once over on this machine, show you how high the loader lifts and a few different features there. So I'm going to close the door and start it up. All right, so start off, you want everything in neutral, and she'll fire right up. We're going to put it in medium range, get it in medium range. We'll put it over here in, let's put it in second. Get that in second. We'll lift our loader off the ground. And now I'm going to show you this. So I do not have the clutch engaged with my foot right now. I'm just going to simply push forward on the lever. You're going to see it's going to take off. Pretty simple. That's telling me my parking brake's on. However, it was barely on. All right, so that is going to be forward. We're going to want to go to reverse. Put it in reverse. This tractor does come equipped with a reverse backup beeper. Pretty slick feature. Not going to see that on every tractor standard. And if you want to shift on the fly, we'll do it here. We're in second. Want to go to third. There's your third. Takes a second. And you can go to reverse in that third as well. Now, if you do want to change from the full range of gears, you do have to stop the tractor and do that. We'll lift our loader to full height just to show you how amazing this is. This is a self-leveling loader, so it will never dump the material back on you. And that's going to be your full height right there. We'll dump it. Pretty fast loader. This is at an idle, keep in mind. Loader gets much faster as you RPM it up. Turning radius. Let's see what we can pull off here. I don't think I'm in the best position to do that, but we're going to do it anyways. Let's put it in first gear, medium. We'll go forward. It's a big tractor, but I think you're going to be impressed with this turning radius. Let's just see how good it is. Wow. Now, there you go. That's that turning radius. That's pretty amazing. Let's see. I forget if they put that on the brochure here. I can't find it quick enough, but that's a pretty impressive turning radius. I definitely was impressed with that. I haven't done that ever in this model. So, and that was actually, let's see, no, that was in 2-wheel drive. I was wondering if it was in 4. We'll turn her off, and that pretty much does it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. We don't get this model in often, but we usually do have them on order, so we can reserve one or get your name on the next one coming in. But at the moment, we do have one of these in stock, so give us a shout, 413-253-5456. We are open Wednesday through Saturday. And you can check us out on our website, www.orchardhillsales.com. Thanks, guys.